Gwe, marhaba, hello, and bonjour. My name is Nazam Farah, and I know you didn't ask, but you know what blows my foghorn? Now, the second episode today is titled Home, but Not Home. Now, Canada has been home for me for 17 years now. For a long time, I never thought that Nova Scotia would be nothing but home. I have my family, my friends, my daughter was born here. And so many great memories have come from me living in Nova Scotia. However, recently, I have been feeling misplaced. My friends, today's episode will be talking about how people feel out of reach with their so-called home, and what solutions there may be to either overcome them or just give up and move on. So for me, this feeling has started at the beginning of the pandemic. Seeing how Canada dealt with the pandemic itself has been eye-opening for me. And by no means am I saying that Canada did not deal with the pandemic appropriately. People may have their differences, opinions, and that's totally fine. But my opinion is that Canada dealt with the pandemic as best as they could, based on modern civilization and us dealing with the first time ever of this modern pandemic. So what really began to blow my foghorn was when people began losing jobs due to the freedom of choice, which is what Canada is built on. My brain just started looking at Canadian politics differently. I did not feel like we were living in a country that screams democracy anymore. I did not feel like there was a freedom of speech. I started to feel as if I am living in a place of dictatorship and controlled speech. Do many people agree with me? Maybe yes, maybe no. But based on people that are in my age range, it seems to be more common than none. It seems as if Canada is beginning to lose its ways and go backwards in time. You know, shit is real when you have communists or other dictatorship countries looking at Canada and say, yo, get your shit together. Now, according to this website called Statistica, which is an online source of statistics based on what governments release online, 226,309 new immigrants came to Canada between 2020 and 2021. Now, in 2021 and 2022, showed over double that number. Exactly 492,984 immigrants came to Canada. I'm not shitting on the fact that Canada is bringing in immigrants. My family comes from a whole range of immigrants and refugees, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity that a country like Canada has offered to my family to have a new beginning here in Canada. But my question is, flipping the table to immigration. So immigration is when you're not talking about people coming in, but you're talking about people that are leaving Canada. 35,838 Canadians left in 2020 to 2021. Now that number will increase to 49,769 between 2021 and 2022. That is approximately 39% increase in the most people that left from Ontario. Nova Scotia saw 555 people leave in 2022. Yes, if we're comparing immigration to emigration, not much of a significant statistic number that we're looking at. But shouldn't we be asking ourselves, why are people leaving? Canada has always been a country that welcomes refugees and people seeking better life with open arms. The government provides so much for these individuals to have a better life here, and that is great. There is so much hope and opportunities for these newcomers, and is great. But I feel like our priorities are becoming twisted. I want you to think of the last time you needed help from the government, and what did they do for you? If it was a great experience, by all means, That is awesome. I'm very happy that the government was able to help you when you were in need the most. Based on my experience with the general population, unfortunately, my hopes are not too high. With all these statistics and such, it doesn't make things look that bad. However, why has Canada focused so much on immigration and continues to increase that number each year? How come the focus is not retention, but it is recruitment? Shouldn't we be proud to live in such a great nation that has so much to offer? But let's be honest, what has it been offering to us? Every time I listen to the news, there is something crazy happening. Whenever I want to go buy something at the grocery store, the price has gone up, whether it is by $1 or $2. Now, I can call myself blessed because I have the opportunity to not say, okay, this price is ridiculous, I can't buy this for my family. But there's a lot of people right now that are making the choice between, hey, I can't buy this, or can I buy this and not pay the bills for something else? Every time I hear of a school or hospital closing because they cannot staff it, I wonder to myself, what are the political priorities here? Sure in hell isn't to keep me healthy or give me opportunities to succeed, or even my daughter to succeed for the future. Why would someone work hard to pay more taxes? If my taxes were going to improve the system, then sure, I'll gladly pay as many taxes as I can. But as things stand right now, I am better off considering moving to a place where my home works for me and I don't work myself to death for nothing. That is what frustrates me the most about Canada. The facade that the world has about our country just blows my mind on a daily basis. Many people my age are in the same position as me, feeling like Nova Scotia or even Canada is just not home anymore. Differences in opinions, opportunities, and better work to live mentality is becoming the thought of the past. Seeing change can be a great thing. It opens the door to so many things that can benefit us as individuals. But that has not been the case for me, personally. For the past few years, this system has so many issues, and they need to be handled by us, and we need to start taking control of what's going on here. I've always been a firm believer that if you are in a position where you're not happy, there's nothing stopping you for changing things. You always have the right to make yourself happy. We need to unite and fight for a chance that is better for us and for future generations. Do I want to leave my home country and drag my wife and children to a place where I have to start all over again? Hell no. But when will it ever begin to change enough to allow me to have hope for a better life for even my children or their children? When will I begin to realize that when I get old, my healthcare system will treat me so well? How can I have faith in our government to give me a pension that will let me live the golden years as golden as I want them to be? Now, my friends, I'm going to leave you with that question. And I want you to understand this is my opinion, and this is more for discussion. And if discussions come, great. And if you have a difference in opinion, I really want to hear them too, because that's what it's all about. It's all about talking, and it's all about getting to know each other and what is the proper solutions for us to move forward as a better, united country. Friends, thank you so much for listening, and I can't wait to see what you have to say and what else is going to come after this. Cheers.